Hello, today I'm going to discuss the documentary that I watched, and it was LA92. In 1992, I was 20 years old, and I can remember watching this as it unfolded. Um, I understood the African American population being upset about the verdict, as even I couldn't understand um, how those officers were found not guilty after seeing that video. What I did not understand was how that the mass destruction and looting was supposed to improve the situation, or what statement it was trying to make. This documentary helped me to understand what it was like to be in some of these people's places and understand their frame of mind and their actions and reactions during this time of unrest. The research also helped me to understand more fully the different factors that were involved leading up to this, and even during this time. As you're watching it as it's happening, you don't see a lot of the behind the scenes stuff that the documentary allows you to see after the fact and help you to better understand what led up to this, who was involved, the mentality, and what changes occurred as an outcome of this. It helped me to look through a different prism, look at the situation from different angles, and consider the state of mind that led up to this, the economic situation, the effects of another culture migrating into an area that had been predominantly African American, and now you've got a huge population of Koreans moving in, and the friction that was caused leading up to the LA riots because of this. When it was actually happening, I don't know if it was intentional, but it was portrayed as a strictly black versus white scenario, and that the Rodney King verdict was the sole cause of this. And in fact, that is not true at all. There were many things that led up to this. That particular part of LA was already a boiling point due to economic strain, the migration of the Koreans into that area, some specific incidents of violence between the African American population and the Koreans, and also deep-rooted mentality of the police department there that involved bias and just general misconduct, especially towards the African American population. So it was more than black and white, and more than just one verdict that caused this. The documentary also showed some short-sighted thinking by city officials in their response to handling this. It also showed that the city was obviously not prepared to handle a situation like this at all. So massive amount of miscommunication and being unorganized, and all that did was add fuel to the fire. But as a result of this, I do think that there were some positive things that resulted. As my granddad used to like to say, everybody's good for something, even if it is a bad example. And this is also true in this situation. I know now there have been changes in law enforcement techniques and training. We now have improved technology with not only the dashboard cameras, but also the body cameras that law enforcement wears. And I'm hoping too that really there's just a more open-minded attitude about others that are different than you or I are, and that will make more difference than any amount of training or technology. So I really enjoyed this project. I enjoyed the subject matter because I had seen it occur in real time back in 1992, and so it was very interesting to me to see the documentary and see all of the behind the scenes factors that played into this, and it really allowed me to look at the entire situation from many different perspectives and better understand what led up to this, the mentality of the people involved, and what was the outcome, what changes, what good things came out of this. So I enjoyed the project very much. It allowed me to have an open mind to consider different things, and so I would highly recommend it to anybody that enjoys documentaries, especially historical ones. This was a good one. So thanks for listening.